Today we're going to start talking about our state and local government. And our focus for this video is going to be the New Jersey Constitution. But we're going to do a quick intro just to talk about what that means, state and local government. If we look at the sidebar over here, we can take a look at the focus question: how are New Jersey's state and local government organized? And then we have some vocabulary. Some of these words you probably have heard before. Some of them you may not have heard before. We have bill, district, veto, jury, appeal, county, municipal, citizenship, and volunteer. People that are going to be mentioned within these next few videos. Her name is Christine Todd Whitman. You're going to find out who that is and why she's important to New Jersey. And then the place that is going to be mentioned is Trenton, which of course we all know that is our state capital. So let's get started talking about state and local government. You are there. Your class is visiting New Jersey's Capitol building or the New Jersey State House in Trenton. On the tour, you look up at the beautiful rotunda. You also view the New Jersey Senate and Assembly chambers and the governor's office reception room. Then your guide takes you past a conference room and you glimpse a meeting in progress. How do all these people work together to run New Jersey's government? And then in a second, I'm going to show you a picture of the State House. Actually, not a picture, it's a diagram because it shows us parts of the outside and the inside, which are pretty cool. So the illustration, the caption, is the New Jersey government meets in the New Jersey State House, one of the oldest state capitol buildings in the nation. Why is it important to preserve buildings like the New Jersey State House? So let's take a look at that diagram. Here is the diagram of the New Jersey State House. You can see the rotunda that they mentioned in the excerpt in the beginning, a beautiful round space. Then you have the governor's offices, the New Jersey Assembly Chamber, the legislative offices, and the New Jersey Senate Chamber. And this building is located in Trenton. New Jersey Constitution. Each of the states in the United States has a constitution. A state constitution is a written plan for government for the state. New Jersey has had 3 state constitutions. Now, I think that's something interesting because we always think about the United States Constitution without maybe realizing that each state also has their own constitution. 3 state constitutions. This next section is going to go in a sequence order. So I just want you to pay attention to those dates and let's see how long these constitutions have lasted. New Jersey's first constitution was written in 1776 during the American Revolution. It described the new state's democratic form of government. Okay, great. So we know that the beginning of New Jersey's constitution was during the American Revolution when the colonies declared independence from England. So 1776 was the first constitution. I'm going to make a mental note of that in my mind. The 1776 Constitution stated that the legislature, elected by the people, would govern the state. The legislature would also choose the governor and other state leaders. So now, if you're thinking about what you know about our government today, maybe thinking about your parents going and voting, we know that citizens of New Jersey elect the governor. Right now, our governor is named Phil Murphy, and he was elected by people. But we can tell that in 1776, that was not how they chose the governor. The legislature, which is a group of people that was elected by the people, would choose the governor and other leaders. So people elected the legislature, and then the legislature chose the governor. So that's something that we can see is very different than our New Jersey government that we have today. The democratic values of the time can be found in the 1776 Constitution. It did not have a Bill of Rights, but it gave New Jerseyans important rights, including the vote and trial by jury. New Jersey adopted a new constitution in 1844. So maybe pause the video and do a little math and find out how many years the first constitution was that we had. So hopefully you realize that we had the first constitution for 68 years. So I'm just writing a little post-it for myself. The first constitution was in 1776. The second one was in 1844. So that means that 68 years, that's a long time for the first constitution to last. Okay, let's keep reading about New Jersey's constitution. So New Jersey adopted a new constitution in 1844. This time, the constitution included a Bill of Rights. So there is a major change between the first and the second. The state government was divided into 3 parts. The Constitution also gave people the right to vote for their governor. So those are actually 3 major changes that happened with the second Constitution. Let's look at those again. It was divided into 3 parts, which we're going to talk about in the next lesson about 3 branches of government. It gave the people the right to vote for their governor, which is very important and still something we have today, and it included a Bill of Rights. So those are 3 changes that happened between the first and second Constitution. By 1947, many New Jerseyans felt that the Constitution was out of date. The state passed a new Constitution, which is still in use. It gave the governor more power and changed the court system. Okay, so let's do the same thing. Let's pause the video and see how long the second Constitution lasted. And actually, you might be able to do that in your head because I feel like those years are very friendly with each other, but still, pause the video and let's figure that out. Okay, so we can tell that this Constitution lasted a very long time. Between 1844 and 1947, there are 103 years that have passed. So that Constitution was our Constitution for a very long time. And just to give you some context about what was happening in our country, so in 1945, that is when World War II ended. So you guys know a lot about World War II from our historical fiction unit after reading The Butterfly, and some of you read A Time to Be Brave. So the war ended in 1945. 2 years later is when New Jersey chose their third constitution, or they rewrote the Constitution. So just giving you an idea of what was happening during that time in our world. All right, awesome job. You're going to use this information to answer the questions in the Google document about the New Jersey Constitution.